but the story of Marie Antoinette never truly ended. Centuries later, people still debate who she really was. Perhaps that is why her final morning still echoes through history. Before sunrise, Paris was still cold, silent, and waiting for history to move. There was no palace, no music, and no royal carriage waiting outside. Only the Conciergerie stood there, heavy and silent, like a stone tomb. Inside one small cell sat the last queen France would ever have. Her name had once opened doors across Europe, Marie Antoinette. But now, she was no longer called queen. She was called prisoner. Versailles had disappeared behind her like a dream that had betrayed her. Once, mirrors, chandeliers, and silk surrounded her every step. Now, damp walls and iron bars watched her final hours. France had changed, and the old world had fallen with terrifying speed. The revolution had begun with anger, hunger, and promises of justice. But by 1793, justice had become fear, and fear had become blood. Marie had already lost her crown, her husband, and her children. Her husband, Louis XVI, had gone to the guillotine months before her. After that, the former queen lived like a ghost inside her own life. The people who once bowed to her now demanded her death. To them, she was not a mother, widow, or frightened woman. She had become a symbol of everything the revolution wanted to destroy. Her trial had been fast, harsh, and almost impossible to survive. In the early hours, the sentence was clear: death by guillotine. There was little time left for fear, and even less time for hope. Marie Antoinette asked for strength, not rescue. Outside, Paris began to wake, unaware that an age was ending. The prison doors opened, and footsteps echoed through the corridor. Guards entered her cell, not with respect, but with instructions. The woman who once dressed as a queen now wore plain white. White was the color of mourning for queens of France. It made her look less like royalty and more like a memory. Her hair had been cut. Her dignity had not. For a few seconds, the cell was silent. Then the last queen of France stepped out. No crown touched her head, no servant carried her train. Only soldiers walked beside her, and history walked behind her. At the gate, the sound of the crowd reached her. Paris had gathered, not to mourn her, but to watch her fall. The cart waiting outside was open, simple, and humiliating. A queen who once rode through golden gates now climbed into wood and dust. Her hands were bound, but her face remained strangely calm. The cart began to move through the streets of Paris. Every street corner reminded her how far she had fallen. Some watched with hatred, some watched with silence. No one could deny that the old monarchy was dying in public. This was not only the death of a woman, it was the death of an entire way of life. The palace, the rituals, the titles, all seemed suddenly fragile. Power had looked eternal until the people stopped believing in it. As the cart moved, memories must have followed her. The gardens of Versailles, the laughter of her children, the music of court, all of it now belonged to another lifetime. Ahead of her stood the Place de la Révolution. The square was filled with people, but the moment felt strangely silent. The guillotine waited like a machine built for a new age. It did not care about bloodlines, crowns, or old prayers. To the Revolution, she was proof that kings and queens could fall. To history, she became something more complicated. Not innocent of privilege, but not only the monster her enemies described. She was a daughter of empire, trapped inside a revolution. She was also a mother who had been separated from her children. That pain followed her longer than any crown ever did. Every step carried both regret and courage. The crowd saw a fallen queen. History would see a human being. The final journey was almost over. The platform stood before her without mercy. She climbed the steps with quiet dignity. The silence lasted only a moment. Then history changed forever. The French monarchy had reached its end.